I hope you know somebody suffered because of Christmas. Somebody was delayed, was kept barren because of Christmas. Elizabeth. In fact, at a point, the husband said, that means he has prayed and it's like, now him tell God, forget about it. You know, when you have prayed and you have prayed, and it's like nothing happening, you now be the one to tell God. He say, you see, in that matter, me too, I've forgotten about it. So let's forget. Let's continue with what is working. And the man is a priest. So he continued with what is working. He didn't know that his child is part of a plan. And until that planning is ripe, his own son will not come. So God shut the womb of his wife because John the Baptist must come. And the reason why John the Baptist must come is because Jesus must come. So God waited. A man's prayer was pending for how long, I don't know. Because they were waiting for one girl to be born. After the girl is born, she will grow from childhood to teenagehood, from teenagehood to adulthood at least. They say Mary was around that 19 or so, or 17. I don't know. But she must grow to be a responsible lady that can carry a child. And there is a man whose prayer was heard, but God did not answer. Because of one girl that has not been born. I'm sure when Elizabeth and Zacharias got married, Mary was not born. Do you know what it means for the Bible to say they were old in age? Do you understand? We are talking about like 70 something upward. Do you get what I'm saying? How? And you know, in those days they marry early. So imagine they married at 20, or maybe Zacharias married at 25. Even if he married at 30, Mary is not above 20. So that means they have waited for like at least 30 years for Mary to be born. And then when Mary is born, they will not believe God that she will grow up as a virgin. Because if that one failed, they will tell Zechariah, wait first. And who knows if one has not even failed before Mary walked. Do you understand what I'm saying? But God has ordained that it is through Zacharias that the prophet before Jesus will come. So he kept the man waiting. Politics of heaven. Because if God wants to do with you something that will have eternal consequence, there are costs, there are prices. It's the same thing with Abraham. Because God did not just want to give them children. God wants to begin something with them. Having a child for those kind of people is a sign. It's not just biology. It's a witness to the governing throne of heaven. Everything about those kind of people is a sign and a wonder. It is saying something about God, what God is doing at the time. It's a witness. Like Isaiah will say, I and the children the Lord has given unto me, we are for what? You know, when we say those things, we don't know the implication of what we are saying. Like that. One long name like that. It is because of the sign the son represents. When he was born, there was something that was decreed to happen to one king. That it is his birth that will be the sign of that thing. So when he was saying that thing, he does not mean when you give birth to children, then you now say your children are for sign. No, he means it in the literal sense. That any child that is coming out of us, they are signs to something that God is doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Answers to prayers are designed to be signs. The unbelievers give birth to children, don't they? Right? Like we're driving in here, we're talking about some part of the north that there's no regulation to how much children you can have. You can have like 16, 17. Because to them, it's a meaningless kind of thing. It's just to give birth life. There's no value to it. That's why some of them die anyhow. You know why? There's no sign attached to the children. The birth of the children does not have any kingdom significance. So the devil is not even afraid. Do you understand? Or when a righteous man wants to bring forth a son, even the devil will come through Sarah and say, just do it through Haggai. Is it not children you want to have? Just do it through what? Haggai. But a man like Abraham should know that it's not about just having a child. Even how you get the child matters. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a divine politics around answers to prayer. And maybe I'm saying this to solve some people's puzzles. You have prayed to God for something and it seems like it's delaying. Right? I want to tell you that God answers prayers. In fact, some of you, God even told you that I've heard you, right? Yes. But it has not shown forth. I want to say to you that God does what? He answers prayers. Do you know if you are like Mary, you will think this thing is sharp. I hope you know. Mary didn't even ask for it. God gave her, right? She didn't ask for the encounter. She didn't ask for God to come and give her a baby. But Elizabeth and Zacharias, they have been praying for long. It just happened that Mary coincided with the season that Elizabeth has been waiting for a very long time. So don't look at somebody's answers prayers to think that God is unfair to you. Your seasons are unique to what God wants you to manifest. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are not living a meaningless, purposeless life. The name of God is upon you. The integrity of God is upon you. Everything that is designed to come out of you is designed to glorify God. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because in Israel at that time, if the man that is praying to God has forgotten about the prayer, what do you think his family has done? The family must have forgotten before the man forgot. And I don't know the options they have given Zacharias. Because Abraham was given option, right? Use your concubine. And in those days, it's normal. Jacob, some of those Jacobs today, I hope you know is not from his wives. I hope you know. It's from his concubines. The ones that his wife gave birth to, I'm not sure they are up to 5. Right? They were using Jacob to do Lido. That man suffered. Rachel will say, tonight is my night. So he's not going to you. Leah will come and give Rachel food. I said, because you ate my food. This is somebody. It's like, God have mercy. That means Jacob does not used to know which wife he's going to sleep with at a time. It is the wives that used to. So after they have played their Lido, when it fell on Leah, when he's going to Rachel, Rachel will say, no, don't come. You are not sleeping in my room. Go to Leah. He will be like, what happened? I say, she bought this night. Say, yeah, you say, yes, she bought this night. And the man will turn and go there. Well, thank God. Our case is one wife. I can't imagine that. And if it were just the two of themselves, it would have been better. Then Leah will come and say, go and sleep with my maid. And the man does not have option. He'll go and sleep. Rachel too will come. In fact, there was a time Rachel came and told Jacob, give me children or I die. I say, how? Like, where did this one come from? Nami, they give children. Am I God? And so I always say, okay, take my mate. And because he loves his wives, he gave them children. The point is, they are the ones to name. The children belongs to them, in a sense, because the mate belongs to them. Do you understand? It's ownership. Even though